The Resident Evil 4 Remake is less than a month away, and Capcom has blessed fans with yet another high-action trailer, featuring many blink-and-you'll-miss-it moments. We at Forever Classic Games are here to break down 12 new details found in the latest preview. Hopefully we'll have something that might interest you. One scene we keep returning to throughout this new trailer is the sacrificial altar scene. Leon finds Ashley at the center of a Los Illuminados ritual, and this results in a new close encounter with Osmond Sadler, who claims that Ashley's already accepted their gift. This, of course, refers to the Las Plagas virus. The realization of Ashley's infection originally occurred during her rescue at the church, so this already implies some major changes to the story structure. Plagas attachments. Las Plagas parasites are notorious for bursting out of infected enemies. It's kind of their thing. However, taking control of their hosts has largely been a slow process from the inside. That was until this scene where we see what appears to be a Plaga attacking and immediately assuming control of a cultist enemy. With this immediate assimilation of new hosts, perhaps Plaga enemies could be jumping from host to host throughout some encounters. Early tactical vest. During Resident Evil 4's 5th chapter, the island section, players could purchase a tactical vest for reduced damage, a useful item given the sheer quantity and firepower of many of the late-game foes. These new shots from the castle section, however, suggest that players may be able to up their defenses earlier on in the campaign, or perhaps different vests can be purchased or upgraded throughout the journey. New enemy variants. To differentiate the hundreds of infected that players will mow down during their adventure, we've seen new variants of classic enemies. These include the aforementioned instant Plaga cultist, new uncloaked cultists, and a new armored El Gigante. With these new twists on old favorites, we're eager, yet terrified, to imagine what Capcom has in store for the Regenerators or the Iron Maidens. Extended Blue Medallion Quest. In the opening chapter of RE4, the merchant tasked Leon with destroying blue medallions placed across the village with the promise of a prize. After the village, however, this collectible is never seen again, which always felt odd. We were quite pleased to spot a blue medallion hanging in this far-off window at the front gates of Salazar Castle, confirming that the Blue Medallion quest will continue farther into the game. Viva Luis. Luis, or as Leon refers to him, Luis! Is one of RE4's most beloved characters, despite his jarring lack of screen time. Spoilers for a nearly 2-decade-old game, but Luis dies fairly early in RE4's story. What feels like a strong character arc is ultimately cut short by an underwhelming death.
Little rough, don't you think?
The remake appears to be fully rectifying this with a greatly expanded role for Luis. We see him fighting alongside Leon through some major enemy encounters and late-game moments. We even see Leon and Luis perform a combo attack. It'll be interesting to see how this relationship between him and Leon grows with the gift of added time. Nevertheless, it's doubtful that Luis will be able to cheat death completely, so when the inevitable comes, it's going to hit a lot harder. New defensive options. Brute force may not always be Leon's best option. This trailer once again shows Leon timing a parry attack, as well as a counter attack when grabbed. In addition, we get our first look at Leon's new duck action, allowing him to dodge higher attacks. These new abilities will undoubtedly allow for more varied playstyles. More dangerous Ashley section. In the original RE4, players would briefly control Ashley through an isolated section of the castle, and this sequence appears to be returning with an increased threat level. Originally, Ashley escaped cultists trying to simply capture her, but in this brief clip, we see the returning Armadura enemy equipped with a knight's sword. If one isn't careful here, Ashley could meet a much grimmer fate this time around. Prevalent infection. Leon and Ashley's infection, while an important story beat of the original, didn't receive a lot of development. Scenes would showcase symptoms of the virus progressing, but as those scenes came and went, the story would often reset to the status quo, alleviating the player of what should be an urgent, looming threat. The remake appears to be playing up the infection much more, with new scenes of Ashley betraying Leon and even falling unconscious. In terms of gameplay, however, the virus still seems to be lacking a presence, at least judging by Leon's character model throughout the trailers. Returning characters galore. With each trailer, we've been seeing more and more of RE4's original cast quelling fears of cut content, an issue that many had with the RE3 remake. We now have the confirmed return of the Bella Sisters, Gyarados, Armaduras, Novistadors, Krauser, and even Mike. Barring the yet-to-be-confirmed Regenerators and U3, it seems that nobody ditched this outing for bingo. Reimagine Krauser fight. Along with Krauser's return, we get our first look at his boss fight, which has received a massive overhaul. While the original took place entirely via QuickTime events, players will now take Krauser on in a more traditional battle. Here's hoping Krauser's still weak to knives. New Big Bad. The RE4 Remake looks to be delving deeper into the source of the Plagas itself. We see Plagas fossilized in an amber-like substance, as well as a massive flesh creature below ground, which sort of resembles this headstone marking from the sacrificial altar. It's all speculation, but it's entirely possible that this supposed Master Plaga could be the new final boss, as opposed to admittedly underwhelming final fight with Sadler. And those were 12 new details from the latest Resident Evil 4 trailer. If you found anything interesting that we overlooked, be sure to share it in the comments below, and remember to subscribe to Forever Classic Games for more coverage on Resident Evil 4, Capcom, and so much more. Of course, you can always find clutter-free games media coverage at foreverclassicgames.com. I'm Alex McCumbers, and thank you for watching!